Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tales of the Shire. You can see behind me my very lovely hobbit hole. It's in need of a little bit of loving, but very beautiful nonetheless. We've got this lovely tree on top here, and yeah, stay tuned for the upcoming episode. Not a lot happens, but it is episode 1, and if you're interested in all things Tolkien, then yeah, please stick around until the end. We have a very special guest this evening. Tales of the Shire came out today. I finished work and instantly went onto Steam, bought the game, installed it. Luckily, it was only 2.8 gigabytes, and Orla was peeking over my shoulder as it was being installed. So we have Orla in the room tonight just to watch the first, I suppose, the introduction to the game. So without further ado, let's get into this. Okay, so let's get right into it. Straight away, this episode's going to be 3 hours long because we have a character creator here. So, in Paleo Pines, I play as a woman. So I think in this series, we will play as male. And I noticed actually there's not really a MF MF set in here. You can decide where you fall on the spectrum, I guess, which is pretty cool. I'm going to go with a man, as I said. Looking at this as well, it seems like all we do is get rounder at the waist, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I sometimes like my characters to be quite buff. I like their upper chest to be quite big. So I think we're going to stick with. Yeah, I think we'll stick with this one. And then I think this is just your overall expression. So I don't know how much facial animation is in this. Like, personality. Okay, so it's not facial expression, it's personality. So we've grumpy, jolly, posy, bit dopey more like, perky, snobby, and wary. So I think snobby would be the Sackville Bagginses, right? We don't want to be snobby, looking for Bilbo's spoons. So I myself am quite a grumpy person. But we are hobbits in the Shire, so let's go with what's jolly or perky. You know, we'll just go for default for now. Maybe later on we can change it. See here as well. Yep, we'll go with this. Hobbits, I would imagine, are out in the sun quite a lot, so we'll go with someone who's a little bit more tanned. So let's have a look. I do think I want them to be ginger, just to, I suppose, a little nod to Merry and Pippin. Some of these are horrific. In another playthrough, I would probably rock this, but not today. How's this looking? It's not the worst. It's pretty cool too. Oh, do we go for the man bun? I wonder, let's check. It's between this one and... Yeah, do you know what? It's the only one really calling to me. So we'll go with this. And then turn around for me here. Let's have a look, see. There's a proper set of eyebrows. I think I'll go with these. Yeah, so I think I will go... Yeah, no, I think we will go ginger, just for the sake of it. I think in Paleo Pines, Freya, because white hair. I quite like white hair. I think just because we are a hobbit, we'll go with ginger. I wish they pointed up more. They kind of point out. You know, a little bit like Dobby. I want them to point up, you know? But look, that's the best we can do. No. We'll go with the default ones, I think. And now, this is... Okay, we're... None are really calling to me, to be honest with you. I want quite a square jaw, that's why I keep going back to that one. No. Okay, so we've done hair, we've done ears, we've done face, onto the eyes. Hazel's pretty cool. It's quite nice. Yeah, well, it's green. It's between green or yellow. I'm conscious of not making the most Irish person ever. The ginger hair and the green eyes. Yeah, we'll go with yellow. Something different. You know, you can get green eyes in any other game. Let's see here. It's not too bad, that one. Let's see, is there anything a bit more square? I want square enough, but not too pointed, you know? Yeah. Okay, we'll go with that one for now. Let's have a look-see. Hairy feet. Actually, I think that one's pretty good, to be honest. This one looks more liquidy, you know, rather than hair. There's not actually any depth to it. I don't know, can we zoom in? We can't. It's just shaders. It's not actually like off the surface here, if you can see that. Not that I really care, but I think we'll go with this one. And then we're back to body type, right? So let's just make sure we've done our hair, we've done our eyebrows, we've done our color, face type, ear type, eye color. Got your nose, you got your mouth, your hairy feet, and back around again. So I think now that we've made our changes, let's just have a quick look at the hair again, because, you know, the hair can really change a face, I suppose. Let's just make sure there isn't anything here that we like. It is quite nice as well, now that I see it. This reminds me of someone, like a movie character. I just can't put my finger on it, but that's why I'm avoiding this one. It's the big lick here. I'm not overly fond of it. It's not too bad. See, I just wish this one had a bit more height to it. I actually quite like it. I just wish it's a little bit flat, you know. That's why. Do you know what? I kind of keep going back to this one. And I'm sure we can change all this in game anyway. It's not the end of the world. So let's continue. Right, Fisher's shirt, petal blouse. What that? Ah, it's class. Yeah, no, we love the. We love that. Let's see what this looks like, just out of interest. That is actually quite nice. If you were like a blacksmith, or even like a kilt almost, a proper heavy full length kilt. But I think I like the braces, so we'll go with this for now. Cape, get that on. I wish it was green. I'm sure we'll get a green one eventually. And then glasses. Do we want the glasses? No, we don't. How's our hair looking with the cape? A little bit of contact, but it is what it is. Where's the cape gone, actually? Let's just see. It actually does move our hair, watch. So there is a little bit of physics there, but, you know, I'm sure we'll get over that very quickly as well. Let's go back here. I just want to see what this looks like with... No, it does lose the kind of kilt feel to it when the cape is on. So we're going to stick here with the trousers. Yep, smashing. Oh, enter custom name. See, I could spend half an hour doing this. Let's just cycle through and see is there any. Let the game choose for us, you know? We'll start at the start, alphabetical order. Amarantha. Amarantha is an Akatar. Amaranth, I know, but Amarantha is an Akatar. It's not a name we want to be associated with. Drogo. I wonder, is there a Samwise? Surely not. And back to the start, okay. Let's just see. I don't want to confirm it. Have a look-see. I think I spied an Underhill there. It is. There are no A's. There isn't. So we start with Banks. I wonder, is there Proud Feet? Proud Foot. Armor Maggot. There you go. Some Tooks. Sackville Bagginses. Well, they're Sackvilles, not Sackville Bagginses. And then we've Underhill and Whitfoot. Do you know, I think I'm going to go with Underhill. And then do we put in our own name, I suppose, is the question. There was one that caught my eye. Not Bowman. Is it Falco, I think it was. Falco Underhill. Why not? You can edit your appearance later. Yeah, so... No. No one's dying if we make the wrong choice here. You can actually see the ring of power on his ring, on his pinky finger there. I wonder, is he off looking with for a golem with Aragorn? Because this is the Third Age, but it is before the... I believe it's before the Hobbit, and therefore before, you know, the Fellowship of the Ring. So, actually, to be fair, I think Gandalf and Aragorn look for Gollum after the Hobbit. So maybe I have my facts wrong there. Gandalf the Grey. Okay, a pretty long intro, but a very cozy one nonetheless. Look, we've got someone fishing over here. Some hobbits. Very vibrant. Look at this, excellent. This stubborn cow refuses to move. We've got our lovely... It's like a mixture between... What is it, a thrush? Maybe even a wren. It's too big to be a wren, I think. And a kingfisher. Like, the colours are that of a kingfisher. Very interesting, very pretty. You see up there in the background there's some kind of ruin. Some farming going off there in the background. What else have we got? Some sheep, very nice. I'm assuming this is Orlo. Yeah. Proudfoot. Okay. It would seem that our front door is blocked. Very well. So it looks like we're blocked here. I'd imagine our garden goes all the way to the white fence there at the back, if you can see that. Got a gardener out front. Look at this. Is that... No. That's like a trough. I thought it was a little fireplace. Something to inspect here, is there? Oh, a gate. Of course. More space. Very good. Okay. This is like my dream. Like, Orla and I are looking to buy houses and stuff, you know, here in Ireland, and like one of the criteria is that it has a nice garden where I can grow some crops, well, not crops, but grow some vegetables and stuff. Look at these lovely duckies here. They're very pretty. Basically my goal with buying a house is to create my own little shire.
Ooh.
Have a look. I know there's loads of like hints here and shiny stuff to look at, but let's just take a quick run around. Nice little writing desk there. Lovely fire. I would love to have something like this in real life, you know? This kind of arched fireplace. Yeah, for those that don't know, I suppose, like a lot of houses in Ireland do have open fireplaces still. I would assume, of course, modern houses don't have as much, just for safety and stuff like that. But it's not uncommon to have an open fire here in Ireland, which is very nice. Okay, lovely big pantry. That's a given for hobbits, I think. Okay, silky porridge with tangy rhubarb. So we obviously won't be doing this now, but it looks like we have all the ingredients, to be fair. it's all ticks here. So let's come back to that in a minute. Use the kitchen to cook rhubarb. Yeah, so it looks like we have food. Good. Nothing else in here? Sure there isn't. No. And our wardrobe, of course, if we want to change anything. So I might actually change the hair color. I'm quite happy with our character, but it is very kind of orange. I was hoping for like a darker kind of red, you know, but look, again, it's not the end of the world, is it? I'd imagine this is our save point. Or maybe it's you know, pass time quickly. So, straight into it. Let's see. Select recipe. Yep, let's go for that. We have our more delicious. Okay, so here's our stars. You know, quality ingredients. The more delicious the meal. Okay. Okay. So 2 rhubarb. We'll use the more delicious oats and our milk. I wonder, is there like expiry of goods? Like, does the milk go off, for example? I wouldn't expect that there is. Okay. Some ingredients require preparation through cooking stations, such as the chopping board or the frying pan, before they can be assembled. More cooking stations will be unlocked as you progress. Prep and assemble all of your ingredients. Right on. So, see down here we've got smooth, tender, chunky, and crisp. So this is sour, nothing on the milk or anything. So let's see. Do we want smooth? Want to be too lumpy, right? So this star here is our target, obviously, right? So I didn't go the full way with cutting the rhubarb, for example. So we're a little bit shy of the smooth, but that's okay because we have another rhubarb here to make up for that. And I imagine we'll be kind of chopping up the oats as well. So let's still leave this here just in case the milk makes it too smooth. Kind of compensating for the milk and oats afterwards, you know? There we go. Textured. So they're a 3-star meal. And yes, store and backpack is all we have. Talk to Arlo. Ooh. Begin your shared meal at the table. Right on. Farm. That's very cool. So I actually get to place... I'm assuming, like, if I put it there, it will be a different character. Put it here, different character. So we won't put it too close to him. Rotate. Put the lid away from him. Cycle meal variant. Wonder what that is. Start meal. Enter. Okay, so straight into it. You have your villagers, your Shire folk, and your relationship with them, obviously. So we're level 2 with Orlo. I guess the more we do for him, feed him, etc., we'll get a gift. So it says to talk to the leveled up townsfolk to collect your gift. Sure thing. Very nice. Lead the way, boss. So I believe these birds show us the way to the next quest. So if you follow the birds, so see here, for example, that bird over here is going to land. I'm assuming it's going to land on the post box.
Ooh.
That's a very cute post box. I actually might make that in real life. Check the post every day. Okay. Something that I've just considered in terms of YouTube there is that, you know, some people mightn't be able to read that well. So I was just pausing there to let people read the letter. But what I might start doing is actually reading some of the letters. I don't think I'll read the dialogue, unless there's something important, I guess. But yeah, I suppose to try to be inclusive, I might read out aloud some of the messages that we get. Fair enough, Orla.
Ooh.
Okay, so I moved the mouse. I was trying to like drag the mouse across the map, but we just move like this. So let's have a look at the map, we'll see the boundaries. So this is obviously our house, I would say. Given that we're just outside it, you know? Under the tree. Oh, it's almost like Bag End. Bit of a farm down here. A little bit more threatening kind of area, but I don't think there is any kind of, you know, mobs or anything like that in this game. Might be an interesting character that lives in the tree. Kind of standing stone here. A little bit of water. I think we can fish in the rivers, like places where the rivers are wider, maybe, like here and here. What else have we got? I wonder, is that the ruins we seen on the hill? No, that's the ruins we seen on the hill here. So there's different ruins across the map as well, as you can see. And then I'm assuming this is like the green dragon. Yeah, exactly. Any other prompts? Not really. So we're 30 minutes into this episode, but let's see what this comes of. You've got your nice little clock down here as well. Kind of like almost like a fairy fort here. That'll be interesting to visit. Maybe we'll get apples there. It looks like an apple tree or something along the way. Townsfolk schedule. So he's delivering post. Right, cool. That's very useful, so we can actually know where to go if we're looking for a specific person. We've got all the ingredients. Very good. Okay, so look, we've all the fish here. So it's this 4x7, 4x8. Different types of fish, plus 3. Tons of herbs. Oh, beef is miscellaneous. That's interesting. Milk, flour, oats. I'm not understanding why that's... Is it going through the pages? Is that why it's doing it? Yeah, look, it appears down here. So, 26 seasonings, 21 crops. We already have access to a few of those. Rhubarb, excellent. Cool. Alright, very good. Nothing too crazy. Let's see what this has to say. I'm sure this will just give us directions. Old Ruby's pond. Okay, so Ruby is the previous owner of our house, so I'd imagine at some point we'll get a pond. Or maybe this is just our address. Yep, there you go, ruins. Okay. So, onwards to the Green Dragon. Lovely swan. Can we say anything to the swan? We can! Class! Or just keep clapping. There's no stop to it, like. Very good. Lovely duckies. You can see the fish there, look, in the pond. So there's Ruby's pond. Do we have sprint? No, we skip. That's actually really cool. So, I've purposely avoided reviews and, like, early access gameplay and all that kind of thing, because I wanted it to be a surprise. But just through being on the internet, I have seen a few things where there's some performance issues, so that little bit of frame rate drop there it's a known and ongoing issue, which I'm sure they'll fix over time. But I have heard that there's some performance issues. It hasn't crashed yet, so, you know, touch wood, we're doing quite well. Don't be knocking Bywater, Sandy man. No? Don't be putting us down. Want to live somewhere beautiful, man. Is it Sandy Man or is it Salty Man? Is this just Carlin from Paleo Pines? Like, the shopkeep, who's just a miserable git? Who else have we got? Nora Burrows. Okay, who have we got here? A few people to talk to, I suppose. It doesn't seem like we can talk to everyone, which I like. You know, it makes the world feel more lived in. Okay, let's have a look-see. We've tons of new people. Leveling up relationships through shared meals to continue the story. So, oh, this is very good. So it actually tells us where we need to hit. 3, 6, and 10. I'd imagine that's the same for everyone. 6 and 10, 3, 6, and 10, of course, because we're not as high up. Farmer Cotton. See, the little icons are like chickens. So maybe we unlock chickens through Farmer Cotton. Looks like a map there for Nora on the right hand side. It looks a fish there, so maybe a fishing rod. And yeah, I'm not sure what these other ones are. So we know what they like. Very good. Rich rhubarb pie. They all like that. Okay, cool. And then special and basic gifts. Is this for me to give them? Okay. The more delicious your meal will be, the more special we'll get back. So this is what they'll give us, and it looks like there's certain decorations. There's a bench there, kind of armchair, rocking chair. So that's obviously how we will decorate our house, which seems to be a huge thing in this game, is being able to decorate your own hobbit hole. So very interesting. Lovely pony. Let's see if we can greet the chickens. Oh, okay. That's fine by me, man. Right. Tons of people, and that's good to see. Look, we know where everyone is. We've a quest over here. Find in your feet. Find who has the missing boot. So, we are 38 minutes in, guys. I think I'm going to call it quits here on episode 1. Welcome to Bywater. Welcome to the Shire. Very excited to see where this takes us. As I said, I've heard that it's got some performance issues. It gets a little bit repetitive, but that's fine. We'll make do with that, you know? If I have to catch 20 fish, I'll record, I'll show you footage of me catching 2, and we'll move on. There's no issue there. The main thing is that we're having a good time, and in what's a rather peaceful world, you know? I think a huge part of Lord of the Rings is, you know, what are we fighting for? And why would such small folk who don't deal with the world get involved in the world's problems? And it's to save this. This is the whole point. You can graft all you like, you can work as hard as you like, you can war and steal and whatever else, but this is the point, is that eventually you want to live in peace and have your own little bit of your own corner in the world, you know, where you can be yourself and eat nice food. So that's my goal in life. Well, you might feel a similar way. Yeah, ultimately I want to have fun and, you know, have fun playing a game that's based in Middle Earth. So yeah, look, a slow episode. The intro was quite long. But onwards, you know. We're off on an adventure. Hopefully one that Bilbo will be proud of. So I'll leave it here for now, guys. Thank you very much for listening. I suppose stick around, stay tuned. There will be more in the coming episodes in Tales of the Shire. Check out the Minecraft series as well. You know, I think we're at a good place in the Minecraft series. And give Paleo Pines a chance as well. It's quite a small game. It doesn't seem to be getting a lot of traction. It came out in 2023. That's probably one of the reasons. But give it a chance. It's a very peaceful game. If farming sims are your thing, you know, Paleo Pines is a nice one, with its own little dinosaur twist. So yeah, look, until the next time, You know, be nice to each other. Look after your fellow person. Small act of kindness every day if you can. And yeah, I'll speak to you guys soon. Thanks very much for listening.